And I have to say, I almost wanted to cry real tears with this, but we made it through. Hey, so I am starting off with blow dried hair, and I did lightly depress it because your girl, she needed a little bit more work than the usual hair texture. Okay, and then I'm also prepping the hair. This hair came pretty long, so what I'm doing is just making it a little bit shorter because the curly ends are going to be on the ends. So if you could kind of see the difference, I'll probably cut it just a little bit shorter. All right, and then I will show you how I continue to prep the hair. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the next part of prepping. I have my hair, as you can see, and I'm going to start to put them on the spool. This is about as much hair I'm putting in each section, just to give you an idea. So I'm going to start from the back. We are going to do arches for parts this time. And these are going to be medium size. So, all right. I'm going in with my Shine and Jam. All right, magic fingers. Just going to get that in there. Okay. Make sure all the hairs are in. And then I'm splitting my hair into 3 pieces. 1, then you got your middle 2, and 3. Once I do that, I take my index finger, I go under the middle piece. All right? Again, take my index finger and go under the middle piece. I grab a piece of hair, like so, and I grip it like this. So index finger and thumb are holding it open and the rest of my fingers are gripping it. So I go under my index finger. Everything is about the index finger, let me tell you. Again, take that index finger, go under the middle. Take that index finger, go under the middle. Grab another piece of hair, under the index, okay? And start to do the same process. All right, and I think I'm gonna add one more piece. Right, you got the idea? All right, so I'm gonna leave that here. I'm just going to put all the braids in and then come back and show you how to do the curly pieces. I am getting there. Ooh, it's looking pretty. Okay, we're still going. So sometimes I wish I would do braids a little bit bigger, and I didn't this time. I really wish I would have. So we're going to take a break from our rant. I'm going to show you how I add the curly pieces. So I added just like I've showed you how to add extensions, but I take out one of the pieces, throw it to the side, and then I continue with the braid. You got it? Okay, and then I go ahead and continue to braid all the way down, and let's cut back to my rant. But this, I'm gonna keep this in for a little bit though. And I definitely need something because I'm trying to get this birthday body. All right, it's loading. December, here we come. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this down a little bit because we only want the curly part on the ends. I'm braiding it as far as I can until I run out of the synthetic hair. Almost there, almost there. Whew. So I am to the front. I already did one cornrow just to get it started. Sorry I did that without you. But I am on the second cornrow, and you can see I am starting with the zigzag pattern. So all you do is make a B at one part of your head and then do an upside down B. So that will help you with the structure of your part. As you can see, it is all done. It's looking good. And then I will start to braid it. And I'm checking how it looks from the bottom as well. You check all angles. Now you see me braiding my hair. I'm starting off with my natural hair, and then I will add in an extension as I go along. And these are very thin pieces of extension I'm using because my hair is pretty thick. I don't need to add a lot, but you gauge it based on your hair density. And you see I'm lifting the hair up just to see the pattern, and I'm also flicking the hair back to make sure that part doesn't get in too early. You want to make sure you're following the zigzag pattern so it could give you that effect. All right. So I am going to continue to braid that down. And then once I get the cornrows in, I will add extra hair for the length. As you can see right here, I added a little piece. Looking good. I did vertical parts where the points are because it kind of helps me keep track, if that makes sense. So I could just make sure that everything is lined up. That's another technique you can use. It's looking good. We're back to the cornrows, guys. We're keeping it going. And I have to say, I almost wanted to cry real tears with this, but we made it through. All right, and so I'm nearing the top of my head, and you see that it's not starting from the front of the forehead. It's starting to go back a little bit, but that's the pattern you want to use. And you see where I'm at the top of my head, the pattern changed a little bit, but it's still following a zigzag, but just in a different direction. All right. So you can pause it if you need to see a little bit better, just to gauge so you can follow along. And here I'm checking it out, and I'm adding another part because it helped me to see a little bit better. I braided part of it, and then I was like, okay, well, let me do the second half of the part. So I just tried different techniques throughout this. So you see the different techniques I use for parting. You decide which one is best for you. But that works for me. I have made it to the other side, and I am so happy I am done. Yay! I am going to put mousse on these ends just to make sure that it's synthetic. So you got to do the extra precautions to make sure it lasts. I am so tired. So I cut out some of the pieces because I knew they would be tangled. Get a little mousse, spread it all around, get her smooth, and it reduces frizz. And here's the final look.